Hey guys, welcome back to Ultimate S&S. Today I'm just going to take a little bit of time to explain some of the things that I'm doing around here on top of going and trying to get food at the store. You can go and you can buy food all you want. The fact is that it's going to get harder to get stocked up that way, to get prepared that way because of the prices that are coming up and the prices that are going to continue to increase here in 2022. So you might be thinking, well, great, now what am I supposed to do? Well, I'm going to show you. So part of prepping is sustainability. I still believe it is the backbone of this foundation, guys. And I'm going to show you a book here. It's called Edible Wild Plants. This is the North American Field Guide. There are over 200 natural foods listed in this book. So what I do is I like to walk around my yard, or if I'm out at a park, or if I'm out on a hike somewhere on a nature trail, and I will find types of plants that may be something I want to eat. And you can take and you can just kind of harvest that stuff right now, or you can actually cultivate those plants into your own yard, which is what I would recommend doing. So everybody knows what a blackberry bush looks like, or a wild grapevine. And for those who don't, we're fixing to show you. So what we've done out here is we have taken and placed different types of fencing, and so just some posts, simple posts up where they can actually climb. And it's going to give us better access. It's going to give more space for full sun to hit and produce more berries. And here's what we got right now. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot to that, but those locations, and I've got some more locations I just didn't feel like walking out, but it's usually around old fence lines and things like that, old gates and stuff. You're going to get blackberry bushes, or maybe you would just have them kind of strung out in the backfield somewhere. You can take and dig those up carefully. You want to make sure you don't damage the roots too much, and you can move those bushes near some kind of a fencing system. Now, maybe you don't have the money to go out and buy a lattice and posts. I completely understand that. So most of this information you can find online. These are books that I have picked up over the years. This one here is by Dave Canterbury. It is called Bushcraft 101. And what this teaches you is the very basic layman stuff. This should be what you start off with if you know nothing about any of this stuff. It's going to teach you how to make your own cordage for, the layman term would be a type of a rope. It's going to teach you how to make frames and things like that, to build lattices, to build bed structures, to build home structures. Maybe it's a shelter you need to stay at for a night or something like that as well. It's going to give you the basic ideas, but you can take those basics and use it to build your own lattice system around for climbing vines, climbing bushes, and things like that as well. So those are going to be some great avenues that people should really check into. I'm not getting paid to promote these books by any means, guys, but I think it's pretty nice. I'm going to go back to this edible wild plant here and just kind of show you how this works. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see this, but if not, you'll have a basic understanding. So I know where I live at here in Florida, and one of the things I want to do is, let's see, we are spring of the year. Let's say I have no idea about what I can eat out here. So I'm going to look at the seasonal key. Okay. So we're in spring. Now on that, there's going to be next to it a region code, which is just North America map. And there's going to be areas that are grayed. And that is the region that this plant's going to grow in. So I'm going to look for something that's going to grow here. So we have wild garlic here. Okay. And then it tells you the type of habitat that it grows in, which would be open woodlands, fields, and prairies. And it has a key here that you can use the garlic for. So you can eat it just like raw. You can eat it in a stew. You can add it to salads. You can actually grind it up, use it for seasoning. And you can, I'm not sure what this other legend means. Let's find out here. It looks like a pine cone. I think that means that you can open forage it, but let me double check, guys. Yeah. So I'm seeing that it's in an area where I'm kind of like with the habitat, open woodlands and fields and prairies. Okay, so it's going to be on page 60. I want to know what this looks like so I can find it if I see it around here. So I'm going to go to page 60. And then it has a really good picture. And then it has further information on the very next page right next to it. It tells you the type of habitat, tells you what part of the plant is actually going to be edible. It's going to tell you how you can use this plant, what all great uses it has, and it's going to tell you whether or not it has any medicinal purposes as well. So that's pretty good information to have. Now, if you're not seeing that, you're like, okay, well, I don't see that, and I want to identify a particular plant that's in the yard, you could just thumb through here if you want to and try to find it. I mean, it's got great pictures of everything, and it's going to show you plants that look similar to it, because you don't want to eat stuff that's similar to it. It's going to end up, being poison to you. And it's going to explain that to you in here as well. But I mean, it really is a great resource. I mean, it has for your different seasons. You're going to have spring, you're going to have summer. So here's one for summer, and then you have your autumn season as well in here, guys. So you're going to be covered. And what you can do with this is, one, you can use it to go ahead and forage your food and get you some food stock back. You can also use it for going out and getting plants to cultivate in your own yard. That's going to give you natural foods, natural remedies, and what you're going to learn as you cultivate it, the crops are going to become bigger. You're going to become larger because it's not having to fight the weeds and things like that for nutrients in the ground because of your cultivation. So that is one of the best ways if you don't have the money to start gardening or to start putting food back and stuff. You can find this online. You can get the book. The library usually has it, but it's going to have a lot of good information in there. I would recommend picking up the book. I don't know what they cost anymore. I can't imagine it's going to cost much because, I mean, this thing is probably 30 years old, if not older. See if we can find a written date here, guys. Yeah, I don't see one. 1990 is what it says. So this when it came out was 1990. So that thing is over 32 years old, I'm guessing. Yeah. Great book to have, great resource to have. You should definitely have one, at least for your bug out bag, guys, because you're going to be running to different regions. You don't want to get the digital download because if your phone dies, then you're pretty much going out. Get one of these, throw it in a nice watertight bag of some sort or a Ziploc bag or something like that. And it's going to help you later. It's going to help you get prepared. It's going to help sustain you if you have to leave positions and stuff like that as well. But I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. So here's a little clip of some of our chickens and our bees that we've got going on around here as well. So typically I will follow my bees and see what it is that they are getting their pollen and nectar from. And then I will try and get my little book out and look, see if I can match it up to anything. Maybe it's something I recognize, maybe it's something I've never seen before. And typically if you follow those bees around, you're going to find stuff that is actually edible to you because it's edible to the bees as well, but not always. So everyone have a wonderful day.